I thought it would be helpful to show you how I solved the homework assignments. Let's look at the first one. So here, if you recall, what we had to do is take a sentence, any arbitrary sentence, and then change all the words to the or the other way around. Now the problem with it is, what if you have a sentence that has both us and this in it? So for example, this one here, then if you first change the over here to the, and then you change all the this to an then you're going to change this one and this one, so that's not going to work. So instead, the trick is to first replace all letters A with something else. It doesn't really matter what you replace it with, as long as it's not something that would normally occur in a sentence. So here I've used the @ sign, and then I can safely replace all the this with a, and then I take that symbol, whatever I had, and replace those with a. So if I run this, oops, and I get a mistake. I'm not perfect either here. Okay, now it compiled, we ran it, and you see it did the replacement correctly. Alright, moving on to the second one. Here we're given a rectangle, and it could be any old rectangle. And now we're supposed to compute the area. Well, the area is the width times the height. So over here I'm computing the width, the height, multiply the result, stick it in a variable here, and then I print the variable. Now I grow this box by 5 pixels horizontally and 10 pixels vertically, and then I do the exact same thing again. I compute the second area, that's the area afterwards, using the exact same formula that I had over here. Then I print it, and then I print the difference between these two areas. That tells me how much it has grown. So if we run this, then in this particular case it says the area before was 600. Well, that's 20 times 30. So that is in fact 600. And afterwards, let's say it would have been 25 times 40. That can't be 900. But that's because I'm wrong, because what we're doing is we're starting out with something that's 20 by 30. Let me draw it to scale. And then we added 5 on either side and 10 on either side in the other dimension. So previously this was 20 and this was 30. So now our dimensions are 5 plus 5 plus 20, so that's 30 in this direction. And now let's look at this direction. We have 30, 40, 50. And 30 times 50, that is in fact 1500. And the difference is 900. The reason I'm showing you the numbers here is that I've learned the hard way never to trust the first numbers that pop out of a computer program. So it's always a good idea to redo the computations by hand. All right, the third one. Here we took a rectangle, and now we're supposed to move it three ways. Let me draw that up somewhere. So I had the rectangle this way, then I had to move it this way, then this way, and finally this way. So the first move is to the right by how much? Well, this was a 200 by 100 rectangle. So the first one is 200 to the right, 0 down. The second one is 0 to the right and 100 down. And the third one is, well, it's to the left, so it's minus 200 and again 0 in this direction. Those are the three moves I need to make. And here they are. So we have a call to snapshot in between just so that it looks prettier. Let me run this. And when you run this locally, it actually makes a little pause in every call to snapshot so that you can see the picture develop. When you run it on the server, of course, you only get to see the final result. That's another point that I like to make. It really is a good idea to first run everything in BlueJ, and only when you're really sure that you got the right result, then go ahead and paste it into CodeCheck. If you use CodeCheck as a development environment, it's just not going to work particularly as your programs get longer. All right, so those are the solutions. I'm going to post the solutions on the website as well for you to read through. And if you have any questions about any of them, please go and put the question on Piazza. Thanks.